Outer Worlds. Edgewater. Open up you. And drag it over here. Ish. That should be fine. As we load, do they figure out how to do the xenophage yet? Let's see here. Hot Destiny. The game. Hold. Ba-da-doo-doo, 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 ba-da-doo-doo. Hold. I don't see anything about the gun yet. Oh, it's been found. Okay. Save that post. Kings fall statues when you turn in the thing to Eris through the portal. Interactable.
Where are we headed?
Okay. Gotcha. Later on, we'll do that. Do I do this now? I think before I break anything, let's go turn in our side quest, shall we? How do I do this? It's been like 24 hours. First off, die robot. I can't fetch her from this location, right? We'll head outside. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Thank you. Probably do this until we all get online to do Destiny. I played like an hour before, and it's fine. I'm under the Outer Worlds, correct, correct. I can close the dim for now, don't mind if I do. I like the new bitrate addition up there. I still prefer the old bitrate, but you can have that in this new page. I thought you were like a shielded crystal from like a witch's event. Oh my goodness, I've been playing too much Destiny. I'm just gonna run there. Also, hear me out. I'm tempted to respec this, since walk speed doesn't count for crouch speed. I mean, albeit all these skills suck anyway. But still, I think I don't walk. Forgot I got this.
Here we go! Got it! Nice one!
Cavalti, you got this. He's meant to reload. Keep coming, dude. I'm so sorry. Now you're alive. Now you're dead. Thanks for the brain. So it seems like this feint, or feat, no, what are they called? They're called feats. Skills, no, summary, details. This flaw, it procs often. Maybe I should buy a couple of those debuffs. I mean, a couple of these armor things I put on. What are they called? How do I do my inventory, please? Skin tough salve. We only have 4 more. Can I sort by drug? I do not know. I believe you are a drug. Or this is a drug? For lifestyle ouches?
I used to skip rocks in the river till Constable Reyes ticketed me for unlicensed terraforming. Something you need?
Okay. We're not going in here, right? I forgot. Help. Help. Thank you. We the cause of all the commotion. Ow. What is this, Witcher? Don't look at me like that. It's not you, it's the armor one, which is... I have no idea. Maybe you don't sell the armor one? It's right here. Costs 100 each. I'm gonna grab the one for 20 then, to buy a couple of these. Never mind, you only get one. When you buy from here, I didn't know. Oh, never. I see 3s, 2s. Okay. Alright. Let's not fall down a rock. This time. Defeat our foes. Baby, it's cold outside. I will murder those apes again. Don't test me. Good night.
Okay, here we go! Nice hit! Nice one!
Bavati, I believe in you. I know I miss the R every time. I don't think Parvati sounds better than Pavati. These are the Italian approach. Pavati. Which is much better, because Italian is the best. Well, she got knocked out. Oh, I thought we killed you. There we go. Nothing? There we go. It's Spacer's choice. Do not fall. Hello, sir. How do you
Bring
do?
us honor, soldier.
You mentioned a logic module. That one in the geothermal
Bang
plant.
up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform.
I have lost.
Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform.
We're rich
So this is it then.
in knowledge.
The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes.
9,000 and
I would
1,700?
reward you with the
Excuse me?
gratitude of the resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble. And a little something to
625.
remember me by.
Shock stick. If I had to guess, it's a grip. Sure grip, speed grip. Maybe not. Why don't you have some more crit damage? Because I don't need it. Then don't need. You don't benefit from it, you already have it. Going to shock or corrosive, now we're good. Hammer, do not care. Also, I still want to figure out what the pristine thing is. I know we've had like the symbol. That's why the thing cost more than one time. Still don't know what it does. Let me repair everything that I'm currently using. And you know what? I'll repair all these stuff too because we have so many mats. Then what do we not care about? This is an extra. Eat it. With assault rifle, eat it. You, I don't care for. We already have one on, so goodbye. I'll keep the pristine stuff. We can put it, or not pristine, the unique stuff. And this, and this. You use, yeah, you're light. Are you both light? Use heavy. I'm gonna use this stun baton. You're one-handed. So you're so loud. You're not that loud, but it's still kind of loud. Oh, he gave me the shock stick. Never mind. Where's the 5? Speed grip and power attack damage. That doesn't sound that bad, but it's still kind of loud. We're gonna keep it. I think we're good. No, I won't be using you. Just go. AR. Still don't know how I feel about these LMGs, but I will keep it. How's our inventory? You can't see here. So, I mean, this was doing fine work actually. Can't be 5 above us. So you're at what? You're 12. That costs so much. What did I do? Alright, don't do anything else. Didn't know we had the ability unlocked yet. Thank you, Pavati. You're a team player. Now let's go to map. All the way up here. Botanical lab? Don't mind if I do. Sir? I don't know what your vision cone is. Thank you, Stefan. I don't know what you do for me, but thank you. That's Zoe stuff, right? We killed her. Thank you, Adelaide. You're empty.
I'm listening.
No, you're not. You're not listening. I'm gonna holster this. It's scary having you out. Where is Tommy? You're not Tommy. You're not Tommy either. Are you Tommy? Hey, you're Tommy, right?
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Thomas. Yes,
No
here you go. Here's
kidding.
your last one.
Really? Well, which one?
The elusive Part 3. Someone stashed it away inside the old geothermal
The
plant.
geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals.
Not anymore.
That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit
Now
right into
reverie.
your outfit.
The electro charged
What's
surface.
on your mind?
Never mind. Stuns and damages melee attackers. It has a cooldown. What are we even wearing? This is ours, right? Yeah. And it gives us stealth. Give me leadership. There you go. Can we have 3 on? Or do I know how this works? Oh, you can have 3 buffs from a mod. I guess. Like if we had one that had like electrically charged surface and something else, it wouldn't do anything. I believe. The second one. I think. I'm quieter. Interactables glow further. Carry capacity. Let me quieter for now. Alright, see the thing is, I don't want to reroute the power from the city because it's the city compared to this town of like 7 people. But the right thing to do, I guess, is to do the city. Can I just like knock out or just make the dude resign?
What do you think you're doing? Carry
Nothing
on.
at all. Turn around so fast. Oh no, my rep. How is it anyway? That under journal? No, it's under character. revering for both of these. Well, I guess we just eat them. So I try like one last ditch attempt to make him surrender. And just make what's her face leader of Edgewater. Anything inside the actual thing I could maybe do? Bones and gears don't mix. Nothing down here, it seems like. Take my junk. Thank you. It's Spacer's choice. Just nothing, huh? Keep my drug economy good. We have a lot of something we can just eat. These are only worth 75, or 0.75. I just don't care. They don't weigh anything, right? These don't. Everything else does. Just eat this. So what is this sorting? I guess by name. I would never use this, but I'm not gonna do it. Where did everyone go anyway? There's nobody here. Can I lockpick, or not lock, pickpocket his keys? I know he has his room up here.
Something you need?
Nope. I mean, they're kind of looking at him. Did I get
Something
up?
on your mind? Go ahead. That you were not. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristle. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. Ever since Adelaide.
Nothing new at all. Alright, I'm gonna eat the town then, I guess. Is there some way I can go about this not being seen? What if I talk to you?
You've been taking down marauders. You're some sort of freelancer?
I thought maybe they would turn. I guess not. Yes. It's not the best choice. Oh my goodness. I feel like I've been here for absolutely ever. The tutorial place still. The Veil. Compared to everybody else. I'm assuming, I don't know how long it's supposed to be in this area. Or like, what, like 8 hours in now? Oh, only 5. Speaking of which, how close are we to leveling? About like at 2/3. Well, I'm gonna reroute power. Geothermal plant. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. Spacer, skirt.
Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing
I
your
don't think you
opinion.
should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
But deserters are just a community, I can't just destroy
Miss
what they built.
McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Reed tells me Edgewater's going to die without workers
That
and
sure
power.
sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
I wasn't barely listening. I want to be nice.
Really?
Glad you did.
I mean, wow. Thanks.
Honestly, I think I probably will.
No one's ever
Yeet
told me those
the
words
deserters.
in that order.
It doesn't make sense to me to give the power to like 7 people. You get the power to Edgewater.
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for. Even if they don't care much for me.
Did they hate me? They still love me. Convince the deserters to return. Can I fast travel out of here yet? No. Finest cigarettes in all of Halcyon. Wentworth cigarettes. I'll walk. that easy. I think I already had this one on, so get out of here. Hey, y'all.
I know, I'm trying to think.
Hope Adelaide's okay. Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. What's on your...
Alright.
Marauders can't see us in the dark.
That's fine.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise,
I'm a snake,
I would have
alright.
seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Don't know, I like pressing
Are
buttons.
you really this moronical, or are you just putting on airs? Listen here, Hullhead. I'm only gonna say this once. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater.
I can do that.
This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
I'm willing to deal with Reed for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or are you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos?
Dude, I'll eat this
Kill
dude.
Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together.
Reed isn't going to just leave his post unless I'm
Tell
helping convincing
Reed
him.
that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil.
Reed
has
can't handle my
whispered its
vernacular. I'm gonna
secrets
have
to
him
me,
eaten through my
and
teeth.
I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
What happens when you run out of corpses?
Edgewater Cemetery's got corpses aplenty. Enough for a generation's worth of crops.
Where are we
Input?
headed?
Okay. And then you'll tell off Reed first, then we'll talk to these guys. This is optional. Move Reed. Alright, that's optional. Let's go do this first. Bird. Why do I fast travel out of the elevator every time? Don't get cross-eyed with me.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
Go to Adelaide, she won't come back so long as you're
Then we
here.
are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. But I have done my best for this town.
Hidden leadership might be what this
I'm
town
a
needs.
Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
Adelaide's people aren't getting
I
sick
don't
with the plague.
believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
Town doesn't need anything but salt tuna, of course they're gonna
You
get
are
sick.
disparaging our parent company, and it is not appreciated. We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat saltuna here, and only saltuna.
I'm pretty sure your food is the food that making... What? Pretty sure is your food that's making people sick? You need Adelaide's
I don't
garden.
understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse.
Adelaide's found a way to grow food, she'll come back if
You'll
you step down.
excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
Look, read. All I know is that it involves some really complicated math and it
If
works.
Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
What are your
A couple
plans?
months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them.
Why
No
not?
such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement.
You won't last a day
I
outside the
don't
walls,
know.
you know?
I could see myself lasting a week.
You don't have to do
I
this, you
do.
know?
Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend to crop. She's what this town needs.
This can't be easy for
I've
you?
always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
Can I have your key to go in your office? Alright. First? I tried.
Where are we headed?
Anything? Oh. Let's go back to Adelaide. The fabulous Fraser, bros of the Hammersmith Thunder. Syrian and Cameron Fraser. Ma'am, you now own a city. Congrats. See what I do?
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Don't call me that. I told you to read into leaving. Come back to
Never thought
Edgewater.
I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may.
17,000
You're
experience.
vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
Her watch. Edgewater's better off with you
You're
running the
telling me
place.
you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk.
Bye. What do we have here? Crouch movement speed. go without. Other mechanicals, turn them off for 3 seconds. Don't really care. Lockpick preview, see what's inside of locked containers. Nah. The third mixing slot, don't really care. Tinkering cost, -50. Honestly, that seems kind of okay. That's 9 points though. Break down weapons and armor for 20% chance to extract a basic mod. Armor rating for companions. The inhaler heals you and your companion. Terrify area effect. Don't care. Scramble duration. Nah. Cower. Whatever. Block. Weapon durability loss from blocking. Leap forward. Critical damage for heavies. Time dilation. Location hit effects. Give me... what do they want to go for? Was it engineering? No, it was science. Let's get some dialogue up more. I don't know, give me more basic HP, I guess. Now do we have access to? Movement penalty for accuracy. Time dilation per kill, silence weapon damage, movement speed during TDD. Bonus to extra headshots for spot damage, okay. Interactable, highlight range. Vendor buying price, dialogue skills, ooh. Carrying capacity bonus from companions, don't really care. Consumable weight. Health restore per kill, interesting. Companion ability cooldowns for each of your kills. Chance to reset a companion ability cooldown using another companion's ability. You can have more than one companion. Chance to reset a companion ability cooldown each critical hit. There's a couple in here. How many do we need? 10 previous perks. We got to get 5 out of this tree or a mixture. Okay. Probably dialogue skills would be first. Yeah, the battery.
I need some time to gather my personals.
Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what to do is all.
Adelaide tells me she's moving back to Edgewater.
Adelaide said that? Was she sober at the time? I never imagined she'd step foot in Edgewater long as Reed ran the town. Something must have changed in
Not
Edgewater.
anymore.
Never liked Reed.
Okay. Anybody new? I don't believe so. They all have hats on, so probably not. I think we're done here. Turn the bill reliable? Please, Reed, may I get into your office before I just leave? I'd love to know. Boom. Is he gone? Thanks for the chat.
I already told you I'm leaving. Just...
There's no way they don't see me.
All right. Now let me catch you here again.
Here they come! Are you out of your mind? You just killed him.
I didn't mean to do it. Okay, it was an accident. I actually just wanted to see what happened. Hey, can you just like slowly move them around? So I guess not. Ruth Bellamy. All right, let's go. Will you eventually load? You do, look at that. Go back to our ship. And we'll be getting out of here.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
Never been on a ship before?
I've worked on the occasional supply coach in need of repairs. Once I built a little model craft out of spare parts, but Mr. Thompson found out and I had to take it apart. I want to ask you something, and you can say no, but can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
You just met me. Why would you want to go to space with a stranger?
I've been thinking about that. Edgewater was on the verge of collapse before you showed up. You sent them power, and now the town might see another season. And you talked Miss McDevitt into coming back to town. Maybe one day, Edgewater will have a garden where that cannery once stood. You ain't exactly a stranger anymore. You've done some kindness hereabouts. I wouldn't mind following somebody like that.
You really want to leave Edgewater that badly?
I really do. My
Welcome
whole
aboard.
life's been small. I realized that when you walked into town. I've been seeing the same faces every day, the same sky, the same stars. Then I saw this ship. This gorgeous, stately lady with her eyes turned skyward, and I made up my mind to come along with you. Yes!
Pick a cabin,
I mean,
it's all yours.
Thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Bye. Where's my other guy? He's somewhere in here, right? Hello there, Victor.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room. Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
Ah, jeez. I know something about those I'm flying with.
Nothing
What's your
too out of
story?
the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition?
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town, much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Were they not religious?
On the contrary. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
But weren't they proud when you became a vicar? At
They
least.
thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige. but that was not me.
What's this plan you keep talking
The
about?
simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe. Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose? The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in the plan.
If you can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
Seems quite trusting of you to just sign on without knowing anything about me.
I've run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
What if this book doesn't have the answers you're
I
looking
honestly
for?
don't know what I'd do. This quest has consumed me for the better part of my life. I fear there's nothing else left to me. What about you? What's your story?
I was a colonist on the Hope. A scientist named Wells saved me.
How did he do that?
He stole my body from the Hope on the edge of the colony and throttled me out.
You do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
I'm helping him recover more of the chemicals and he needs to save the rest of the
That seems a
colonists.
dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
I don't know.
Fair enough.
Tell me again the book we picked up. That's in
Bakono,
French.
the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
Remind me, what are your thoughts on the Philosophists?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the Philosophist perversion of Bakono's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Any idea where we can find someone who speaks French in this
I've
colony?
been thinking on that. There's a former infamous Philosophist scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakono. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
It sounds like a good lead, but where do we
That's a
find
good
him?
question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
How will crew manifest help us track down
I'll
the
call
scholar
the
friend?
last 6 months of departure manifest to track the Philosophist's off-world destination. Thank
Okay.
you, Captain. By Verity, by...
Let's talk about the thing, that thing we were doing you want me to do.
Of course. Are you ready to break into security on the Groundbreaker?
Remind me why
If
you
I
want to do
can
that?
access the data cartridge from the terminal in security, I can
Yeah, he just told us, it's fine.
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifest to track the Philosophist's off-world destination. Thank you.
Alright, I got you. Let's do it. Or do we have the mission? Is it... Stop. Through the Groundbreaker. So it's on its own area. I guess. Hey, Pavati, what are you doing?
Thing you did, Cap.
Okay.
Captain,
Ava?
I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community.